Picture a UK lowland village in winter. Fields transformed into muddy lakes, water creeping up cottage walls, sandbags stacked in vain. This is no longer a rare event, it's the new normal across the country. Gentle winter rains have given way to relentless, unpredictable downpours, turning familiar landscapes into flood zones. The crisp, frosty mornings of the past are fading, replaced by milder, wetter, and stormier seasons. Saturated ground can't absorb more rain, so each new storm sends water surging sideways, over riverbanks, through streets, into homes. This isn't just bad luck, it's a direct result of a warming planet. Warmer air holds more moisture, so when it rains, it pours. Weather patterns are shifting, bringing more frequent and intense storms. For many, flooding is now a recurring nightmare. Stress, financial loss, and constant anxiety with every storm warning. The floods we see today are a warning. This could become our new normal. In this video, we'll explore the science, the impacts, and what we must do to adapt to a much wetter future. UK winters are changing. Gone are the crisp, frosty days, replaced by milder, wetter, and more volatile seasons. The ground rarely freezes, staying saturated and unable to absorb heavy rain, which leads to faster runoff and more flooding. Persistent heavy rain is now common, swelling rivers and saturating land. Even moderate rainfall can now trigger floods when catchments are already full. Warmer air means more moisture, fueling stronger winter storms. A single storm can now unleash a month's rain in days, overwhelming defenses. These events are no longer rare, they're happening more often, disrupting lives and livelihoods. Climate projections show this trend will intensify by the 2040s and 2060s. The quiet, frosty winters of the past may soon be history for much of the UK. Instead, we face a future of gray skies, relentless rain, and constant storm threats. This isn't a distant problem, it's happening now. We must rethink how we live with winter and prepare for water as a dominant force. Why are our winters wetter? The answer lies in climate science. As global temperatures rise, the atmosphere holds more moisture, about 7% more per degree Celsius. This means heavier rainfall when storms hit. UK climate projections show winter temperatures rising by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius by mid-century. Less snow and frost means rain runs off hills faster, increasing flash flood risk. Saturated soil can't buffer heavy rain, making floods more likely. Winter rainfall is expected to rise by 5 to 15% by the 2050s. The most worrying change, extreme downpours could become up to 40% more intense. Major storms will drop more water, overwhelming rivers and drains. This isn't just theory. Recent decades show more extreme rainfall days, especially in winter. The science is clear. A warmer world is a wetter world, and the UK is on the front line. Understanding this is the first step to preparing for what's ahead. The real danger isn't just more rain, it's the surge in extreme storms. These systems can dump huge amounts of water in hours, overwhelming drains and rivers. Warmer air fuels these storms, making them more intense. Atmospheric rivers, narrow bands of moisture, now hit the UK more often, bringing days of relentless rain. Floods that were once in a century are now happening every decade or less. Communities have less time to recover, facing repeated devastation. Flash floods strike quickly, even in places not traditionally at risk. The UK now faces both sudden, violent floods and slow, persistent inundations, a complex challenge for everyone. These changes are real for people across the UK. The Somerset levels saw weeks of flooding in 2013-14, isolating villages and destroying farmland. In the Yorkshire Dales, Storm Desmond in 2015 brought record rainfall, flooding York and sweeping away ancient bridges. Urban areas aren't immune. London's Thames Barrier is used more often, and cities like Manchester and Birmingham have faced severe floods. Concrete and tarmac in cities worsen runoff, increasing surface water flooding. From Hull to the Severn, the threat is universal. Rural or urban, flood risk is rising. These stories reveal a nation grappling with a new climate reality. Floods devastate homes, ruined furniture, lost memories, and months in temporary accommodation. Families are uprooted, routines shattered, and support networks lost. Businesses close, farmers lose crops and livestock, and recovery can take months. Flooded roads and railways cut off communities, causing chaos and costly repairs. Insurance premiums soar in high-risk areas, and some can't get cover at all. Homeowners can become trapped, unable to sell or protect their property. The government's flood relief scheme helps, but it's not a permanent fix. Repeated floods erode community resilience, creating fear and uncertainty. Local shops struggle, events are canceled, and the spirit of a place can fade. The ripple effects of flooding unravel the social and economic fabric of communities. Floods leave deep emotional scars, not just physical damage. The trauma of seeing your home invaded by water is lasting and profound. Cleaning up and rebuilding is exhausting, and dealing with insurers adds stress. Many suffer anxiety, depression, or PTSD, especially when heavy rain returns. Financial burdens mount with insurance shortfalls and unexpected costs. Some take on debt or face bankruptcy, straining families to breaking point. Children are especially vulnerable, struggling to cope with upheaval. The true cost of flooding is carried in the hearts and minds of those who endure it. Looking ahead, climate science warns that severe winter flooding will become more frequent and intense. More powerful storms and extreme rainfall will test our rivers, defenses, and infrastructure. The economic toll will rise: damaged homes, disrupted businesses, and costly repairs. Flood risk will expand, affecting areas once considered safe. Planning and development must adapt, reconsidering where and how we build. Key transport routes could face repeated chaos, impacting millions. Some communities may become impossible to defend, raising the prospect of managed retreat. These are tough choices, but we must face them. The future demands bold, forward-thinking decisions to protect our nation. Endless devastation isn't inevitable. We can adapt and build resilience. Upgrading flood defenses is vital, but concrete walls alone aren't enough. Natural flood management, planting trees, restoring peatlands, and reconnecting rivers to floodplains slows water and protects communities. Nature-based solutions boost biodiversity and reduce flood risk. We must rethink development, avoid high-risk areas, and build homes with resilience in mind. Simple measures like raised floors and waterproof materials can make a big difference. Building for tomorrow's climate is essential. Resilience requires action from government, local authorities, and communities. By combining engineering, nature, and smart design, we can defend against flooding. Working together, we can learn to live with rising waters and secure a safer future for all.